When comic books were first published in the late 19th century, they only cost a dime. By 2004, the most expensive comic book was sold for $350,000. Today, comics are continuing to go up in value and setting new sales records that exceed $5 million. Let's see what these books are. Number 1. Superman comic book. For many years, Superman was hands down the most expensive comic book character with his debut in Action Comics number 1. After losing the record briefly to Spider-Man in 2021, Superman got back up to reclaim his position as the most valuable hero, but it wasn't Action Comics anymore, it was Superman number 1. Published in 1939 by DC Comics, Superman number 1 was the first comic book series devoted entirely to a single character. Number 2. Amazing Fantasy. In the final issue of Amazing Fantasy, Stan Lee had convinced the publisher to let him try out a new teenage hero he created with Steve Ditko. The issue became the highest-selling book for Marvel, and Spider-Man was rushed into his very own series. Notable sales: 2021 Heritage Auction CGC $9.63.6 million. 2011 Comic Connect CGC $9.61.1 million. 2022 Comiclink CGC $6.5225,000. Number 3. Action Comics. In 1938, National Allied Publications, now called DC Comics, published Action Comics number 1 and the first appearance of Superman by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. It became known as the first superhero comic and the start of the golden age of comic books. For many years, Action Comics number 1 was consistently the most expensive comic book. Notable sales: 2010 Comic Connect CGC $8.51.5 million. 2011 Comic Connect CGC $9.02.1 million. 2021 Comic Connect CGC $8.53.25 million. 2022 Private Sale CGC $6.03.4 million. Number 4. Captain America Comics. Published by Timely Comics, now called Marvel Comics, by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon, this comic features a classic cover, depicting Captain America punching Hitler. It was recreated for a scene in the Captain America movie in 2012. Notable sales: 2019 Heritage Auction CGC $9.4915,000. 2022 Heritage Auction CGC $9.43.12 million. Number 5. Marvel Comics. Published by Timely Comics in 1939, Marvel Comics was an anthology series that introduced characters like the Human Torch, who was different from the Fantastic Four's Johnny Storm, and this title would become the namesake when Timely changed its name to Marvel Comics. Notable sales: 2022 Comic Connect CGC $9.42.4 million. Number 6. Batman. This issue from 1940 is Batman's first solo title and features the first appearance of Joker and Catwoman. Notable sales: 2021 Heritage Auctions CGC $9.42.22 million. Number 7. Detective Comics. While the first issue of Detective Comics was published by National in 1937, it was 1939's issue number 27 that made history with the first appearance of Batman by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Detective Comics was the title inspiration when the publisher changed its name to DC Comics. Notable sales: 2022 Golden Auctions CGC $6.51.74 million. 2010 Heritage Auctions CGC $8.01,075,000. Number 8. All-Star Comics. While the Justice Society of America adorns the cover, inside, this comic features the first appearance of Wonder Woman. The 1941 issue also includes the first new look for Dr. Fate and the first cameo for Hawkgirl. Notable sales: 2022 CGC 9.4, Heritage Auction, $1.62 million. 2017 CGC 9.4, eBay, $936,223. 2016 CGC 9.0, Comic Connect, $411,011. Number 9. Fantastic Four. The first family of Marvel Comics, the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Invisible Girl, Johnny Storm, Human Torch, and Ben Grimm, Thing, debuted in 1961 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Notable sales. 2022 CGC 9.2, Heritage Auctions, $1.5 million. Number 10. X-Men. Published by Marvel Comics in 1963, this comic features the first appearance of the X-Men and the original team roster: Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, Angel, and Marvel Girl, along with Magneto and Professor X. Notable sales. 2022 CGC 9.6, Comic Connect, $871,999. 2021 CGC 9.6, Comic Connect, $807,300. Thank you for staying till the end of the video. Subscribe channel Omniscope 360 to watch more videos like this daily.